ladies. I am Emily Dean, and today in our course, The Minister's Wife, we are going to be talking about the topic of money. Now, you might be the type of person that gets excited and enjoys talking about managing money, and then this may be a topic that you dread altogether. But it is important that we know what the Lord has to say about this topic of money. And there is so much in the scripture that deals with managing money and how we handle money. But at the root of the issue is what we find in Proverbs 30, where the writer says, "Give me neither poverty nor wealth, because otherwise I might steal and dishonor the Lord, or I might have too much and deny your name." It's important that we find that balance in managing money between desiring too much and then being dissatisfied with what we don't have. So, ladies, I want to encourage you to just find contentment. Paul says in Philippians that he has learned to be content with what he has. So that, I believe, has to be our starting point in how we think about and how we manage money. We need to know that understanding how financial matters work is important. You never know what's going to happen in life, ladies. Even if you really desire not to be involved in that, you would rather your husband just handle all of it. Ladies, it's important that you're aware of your financial situation, where all your financial documents are held, and to know what bills you have and what your financial obligations are on a monthly basis. It's important, ladies, whether you manage the money in your house or not, to be aware of those things, because we never know what is going to happen in life, and you want to be prepared. We need to remember that money is just a tool. We as humans are the ones who attach value to money. However, it is just a tool that God gives us. And it can be something that Satan can use to tempt us to be discontent, especially in our ministries when salaries tend to be low. However, you need to realize in your ministry that there may still be people in your church who live on a lower salary than you do. So it's important that we are careful to not complain often about what God has given us. And when you go to a church, when you begin a ministry, you do agree to go to that ministry for a certain salary. And it's important that you keep that in perspective, that it was your agreement to go to that ministry and to serve for the salary that you have been given. So, ladies, I just want to encourage you, don't let a root of bitterness grow up in your heart concerning money, and especially towards your church, and feeling like that you are not compensated enough. I know sometimes it's a temptation for families in ministry to fail to tithe because they receive a lower salary. Ladies, I want to encourage you to make tithing an absolute priority. Even though you receive a salary from your ministry, to make tithing a priority. It has to be an example that you set before the people in your ministry for what the financial priorities that you have in your own home. Ladies, I would also encourage you to give to Caesar what is Caesar. Make sure you pay your taxes. Sometimes ministry families have run into this situation, especially if you pay estimated taxes and different things. Ladies, I would just want to encourage you to meet your financial obligations. Try to avoid getting involved in too much debt. And if you are involved in a lot of debt, try to pay off as quickly as you can those things that have the highest interest rate, and to get one debt paid off after another until you can get down to minimizing your debt as much as possible. Ladies, there are so many different financial resources out there to give you tips and ways to budget. It's important to set a budget and to stick to a budget. That will help alleviate a lot of stress in your life. But ladies, this is one of those areas that can cause the greatest amount of tension in your marriage. And so it's important that you are actively involved in the financial management of your family, that you pray and ask the Lord to give you wisdom and your husband wisdom on how to be wise stewards of the resources that He has given you, and to be content with what God has given you, and be grateful for the blessings that you receive. In that way, you will be blessed in your ministry.